Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? Just getting things set up here, so it's gonna be a moment. Everything looks good. I got everything set up. It is community mastermind time. I'm happy to be back at regular streaming schedule. Hopefully everything works out well with my hand. For those that don't know, I had an accident about a couple months ago where I got doored by a car and had to heal up. I couldn't move my right hand or arm that well at all. I think it's back to normal, but we will wait and see. Dang, and mute myself on Discord in case someone pops in. You can join me on Discord by clicking on the link in the description. There we go. That's better. Now we got that all taken care of. So let's go ahead, and since it's solo right now, you can join me if you want. But just message me. I'm on the Purrgatory server. Oh, that's right. This server. Okay, there we go. Now it's all set up. Let me go Steel Canyon. Select that task. Fly over there. See what kind of trouble we have. I know I was talking to Ro on Friday, and he was talking about trying to make it, but he's got family and real life to take care of. And oh, and invite. Oh, helps if I actually click on this. Invite to team. There we go. Got you invited. Feel free to join me on the Discord. I would actually appreciate that. Because of my eye disability, it's hard for me to keep an eye on text and what's going on. So actually having I can keep an eye. You can text me in the group chats and stuff like that, but communication, instead of you getting the delayed of what I'm saying, you can hear it while on the Discord. And it just makes it easier for team cohesion. That way I'm not having to stop and type a message, things like that. You don't have to speak on Discord if you don't want to, because I do have it set up so everyone who speaks on Discord can be heard on the stream. So I don't make a requirement that you have to speak. I just request that you join the Discord so that I can speak to you in response to what you say. So since they're here, I'm going to go ahead and wait for them before I actually jump in the mission. Do the mission. And by the way, for those of you that have been keeping an eye on the pen and paper role-playing live streams, I know Ro is planning on doing a superhero themed RPG, and I'm going to be trying to make this character right here. So that is my plan. Oh, it's down there. Okay. Oh, it's a cave mission. Always my favorite. Also, a little bit of update news. I am going to be I'm going to add Dune Awakening to the channel. So that will be happening. It's more of an experiment. I'm going to do some guides. I have some cooperative gameplay that's going to be happening with Dread and Draco. And, you know, if it brings in too many negative players, toxic players saying, no, you have to play the character this way, you know, there's no other ifs, ands, or buts, I will remove Dune Awakening from what I do, because I want to have this gaming community be open-minded. That's the reason why Heroes is here, because there's min-max players, but the majority say, you know, play what you like, play how you feel is right. Because it originally started out as, oh, that's not a good build, don't do that. And then they realized, oh, wait a second, that does work. So those types of people learn to shut their mouths and continue on. So, okay, yeah, no problem. Clan of Green Snakes. That's an interesting name. I like the name of that character. But, so, you know, that's also why I have No Man's Sky. I am definitely doing Stars Reach because it is a very creative, community-driven game. I'm hoping Dune will be the same way, but with it having a good chunk of it, half of it being PvP, we'll have to see. Because PvP, that's where you can really find those toxic players. We'll wait for Clan of Green Snakes to get back. No. But I've been doing really well. I am once again going to be in September. I am going to be gone for a week, so there will be no live streams in the middle of September for the whole entire week. There still will be videos, just no live streams. And if there's any news on the games that I cover, I won't be covering any of the news because I'm going to be up in Fort Stevens camping for the week. And, you know, there is terrible internet connections. I get 1 bar if I'm lucky. And the whole entire time I'm out cycling with a bunch of friends and, you know, just having a good time, you know, riding the trails and riding around that area with about, I think it's over 100 other cyclists. And I know I'm going to have good barbecue. Because last year I shared my campsite with a fellow cyclist, and he brought a smoker with him, and brisket that just fell apart. And he smoked it for like 24 hours on a slow smoke, apple wood, chips and stuff like that. It was so good. Got bacon and eggs and sausage in the morning cooked. Just amazing. And I was getting ready to pay for this year's campsite. And he messaged me on Facebook and says, have you gotten your spot yet? I said, yeah. He goes, you might want to cancel. I'm like, why? He goes, because I got 10 days during that time of the event. And it costs him nothing because he's a military vet. And if you're a military vet, or in the military or a military vet, thank you for your service. But he gets 10 days of camping in national parks, and Fort Stevens a national park. So, it didn't cost him anything to do that. So got the space for free. So I got a refund on my space. So I just have to pay for the event, which was only $20, and that was easy. But yeah, the reason why I'm going to be gone for a week is I'm only going to be at the campsite area for 3 days. I'm cycling up there from the Portland, Oregon area, and that means that, it takes me 2 days because I break up. Yeah, it's 100 miles from there, but I don't want to do the 100 miles in one day. I like to sort of break it up, take it easy, because if I do the 100 miles in one day, the next day I'm really exhausted. And I want to do some of the fun rides and events that they have going on and planned, because they have like treasure hunts, they have a breakfast ride, they have a ride out to the actual coast to watch the sunset and stuff like that. And for those of you that are wanting to see like pictures and videos of that, I have my Trike Traveler channel that I've created. That's just a hobby channel where I'll be posting that kind of stuff there. And so that's how you can see that if you want to see the cycling stuff that I do. This channel is purely for gaming, game development, anything in that realm. So, waiting for land of green snakes. Get going.
All right, I'm just getting back into. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no
Discord
problem.
was giving me problems trying to load it on 100%, so I had to and run it.
So you were green snake then?
Yes.
Okay. Oh man. How's your weekend been so far?
Oh, it was pretty good. Today was having fun setting up my daughter's getting starting with we got her a cell phone, so today was getting her a Gmail account to run it with and all the fun stuff associated with that. So
Oh joy.
all right, I'm back here.
Yeah, I see ya.
Oh.
Invite to team.
No.
Go. I'll let you summon things up. Let you buff them, and then we'll get into the mission. I put everything back to normal, by the way. You ready?
Yep.
So. Or if we can get any levels. I know this character's at 28. Bring up my other boss. There is. Oh, I'm thinking wrong server. Like, where's my heal bot? That's homecoming. I think we're definitely gonna have to ratchet this up. I forgot how powerful double pets are. This isn't a regular cave. This is... I like how Purr put in the being able to walk through your own pets. I think the next thing that she should work on, especially if we're doing something like this, is making it so you can walk through other players' pets. Because as you can see, I can't walk through Rose's pets. I'm pretty sure Ro won't be able to walk through my pets.
I'm in a big room. It won't matter.
Yeah, in big rooms it doesn't matter. It's the hallways and trying to position and stuff like that. Because I'm a tactical mind type person. That's why in Dune Awakening I'm playing a Mantact. There we go, got him. Here, okay. Went for a flanking maneuver. Shooting dead bodies everywhere. Nothing here. Dead end. What the... Nothing that way. Let's play. Here.
They're dead end.
I found the way. There's here. There's more guys. Go get 'em, boys. All in there. So, question I have for you, Ro. With the game that you're going to be running on the pen and paper nights, when it comes to your turn, you said you're doing a hero game.
Yes.
Will I be able to make this character in that hero game?
It'd be probable to do something like this, yes.
Probably not as many pets, but...
Yes.
If not, I got other ideas.
Well,
There they shoot an icicle at me. Go. Let's see what this puzzle takes. Ooh, level 29 now. That the guy was trying to flank us. Ooh, I can't go through my shield drone. Shield drone has collision. It's only one. Not that big of a deal. Oh, did you see today's video, by the way?
I saw that you had a new video up about the changes on Homecoming, but I haven't,
Yeah, you really ought to check out that video because there's now a reason to go to Khaleesi's Wharf. There's multiple reasons to go to Khaleesi's Wharf.
Cool.
Which is nice because before that, Homecoming had no reason to go to Khaleesi's Wharf.
No.
There's only Thunder Spy and Purgatory that had reasons to go to Khaleesi's Wharf. And with Purgatory, it's you go there for one thing and then there's no real reason to go back.
Well, there.
But Thunder Spy had actual roaming mobs.
Lost in here.
So I got Protect Us.
Yeah, you wouldn't happen to have teleport other here or anything like that.
I
eh?
don't. I have Flight.
Yeah, I've got flight, and I've got stuck in that beginning room area, and I can't find the door out of there.
Oh,
Where it was.
I got my army of robots with me. We can handle it.
Yeah.
It gives you a chance to explore the map.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this character has not researched in teleportation technology, so I apologize.
Oh, that's fine.
Actually, that's something I should do to this character. Add in teleport technology.
I mean, everything points to this big double door, but it's not open. Trying to figure out why.
Well, look at the map, and you'll see where I'm at, and just go there, because I'm actually protecting.
Yeah, I know where you are on the map, but I can't get to that spot because I can't get through that one door. Evidently,
I had to go through a teleporter.
Through a
The
teleporter?
yeah, the teleport rings.
all right.
Yeah, you'll see what looks almost like a Stargate ring type thing. You walk through it, and
Okay.
it teleports you to another part of the map.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those either, so.
Perfect.
Kidding.
That just made pain for him. I got the doorway, the only doorway into this room covered, and my guys fire off a bunch of napalm missiles, putting fire to the whole entire area. That was awesomely good. Okay, now we just need to defeat all of them. So no more needing to protect this. What's this thing? Yeah, just roam around, fight stuff.
Yep.
Nothing up here. I'm going backwards. Ooh. Oh, that's no problem, Matthew. Understandable. I appreciate you at least stopping by and watching and seeing how things are going. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's the adventure.
Yep. Lost in the caves. Yeah, I know you don't like you're one of the ones that don't like the caves, right?
No, I do not like caves.
Oh man. Star's Reach is gonna be a struggle for you. Oh, good. Hello. Because they updated their big caves. Their big caves are completely different. They've turned them into labyrinths, which is cool.
Yeah.
And then of course the world builder Maggie is also playing around with how trees spawn next to each other and stuff like that. And if you get into a big forest, sometimes that can turn into a labyrinth too. It's almost like going through Perez Park.
Let's see. I'll be half an hour, okay? All right.
Yeah, if you need to go do something, Ro, you know.
No, that's fine.
Good. Real life is always more important than a game.
Yeah.
Just going to a contact real quick. Select mission.
Anything left, Dan's or anything? Yeah. How you do parenting, Dave? Not funny.
New contact. Select one. Huh? Okay, head to Skyway. We have a timed mission. But what I really like that they did with Khaleesi's Wharf and adding in mission givers is they actually give you missions that take you outside Khaleesi's Wharf. A good chunk of them sent me kept me in Khaleesi's Wharf, but just like the other zones, they send you to other zones, and that's the one thing I've always loved about City of Heroes is you always, you could be a low level in like Atlas Park and you could then see like a level 20 or 40 or 50 flying around. I chose the wrong one. Well, you're not going to be happy with this.
Excellent. Anything?
The cave entrance. Oh yeah, Angel. It's one of the few MMOs that I cannot stop playing. I'm constantly coming up with new character ideas and stuff like that. And Homecoming makes it even worse because they've added stuff to do in Khaleesi's Wharf. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time playing around on Homecoming and playing around in Khaleesi's Wharf. And so that whole entire like year of silence that they had of no information of what they were working on. They were working on making Khaleesi's Wharf better, making it look lived in, you know, with NPCs walking around, mission givers, mobs all around there. They created a new faction. That's freaking awesome. That's like when one of the Star Wars Galaxy servers made Bestine. They actually made a whole entire new world. You know, that's dedication and shows the skill of the server developers when they're able to add completely new zones and new areas and get that done. And in all honesty, Homecoming working on doing what they did to Khaleesi's Wharf and making it a playable zone and not just a zone to explore, their next step, I hope that they take, is completely adding in their own zone from scratch. I'd love to see any City Heroes server do that. The thing is if they're wanting to do their own new buildings, they're going to need 3D modeling artists. If not, they can use the buildings that are already in the game and just sort of place it and map things out and stuff like that. I know a lot of the servers have texture artists and things like that, but it also depends on the size of the teams because they're all volunteers. None of the developers for any of the Homecoming servers get paid. They do it for the passion of the game. So you need to treat all City Heroes private server developers with respect. In fact, any private server developer you need to treat with respect because they're doing it for the passion and the love of the game. They're not getting paid to do any of the work that they're doing for the servers. Bro, you need to train your ninjas better. They're trying to bully and push me around.
Uh-oh.
Pull up my shield. Open up the door. Right there they are. Not like my guys are gonna have any problems with them. Oh, they're just shooting at air. I think I need to program my drones a little bit better. Come on, target the... Oh, those are your ninjas. I was mistaking your ninjas for Circle of Thorns because of all the fog and particle effects going on. Where's that? Let's go back over to the right. We each got a pet stuck in the rocks.
Uh-oh.
We got enough pets. We got 12 pets each. I don't think there's a worry.
Yeah.
I mean, half of our more than half of our pets would need to get stuck for us to have to start worrying about anything. My big guys are getting stuck. Found you.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even trying.
I hear a clicky or something.
Yeah, I'm hearing it too.
There.
There it
I
is.
see it.
Yep, go for it. You saw it. You grab it.
Oh, I get temporary power?
Yeah. Oh, my drone, my ship force field just blew up. Put another one down. Where that may. Clicky here. Two. A dead end. think this is another dead end room.
Oh, did you make some? David, how many tested the ready? All right.
Oh, that's wrong.
Um,
Exploring. Oh, sent this back here. Okay. I see it.
You saw it?
I found it. There's a cliff edge. A trunk is on. Not that one.
Let's just lease us. I found the next zone.
Okay.
Got a door.
Sure, I'm on my way. Recklessly flying through. Trying to recklessly fly through. We turn off light. And my map. Make things easier. I hear that you're in a fight.
And go.
That one. Door here.
Or okay.
This guy out. Yeah, that's what I like about Purgatory is they buffed Master. They made it so you can have up to 12 pets with certain Mastermind power sets, because they have the double Mastermind power set, and then they have the dual Mastermind power set. And the difference is double Masterminds, you're choosing, like, for instance, I'm robots, so I get, instead of 6 robot drones to control, I get 12. If you do the dual, you could choose something like robots and mercenaries, or demons and necromancy, and you can mix and match the powers. The limitation to that one is the pure simple fact that each specific pet, so with the doubles, I just have my 3 robots right here. If I were to do something like demon summoning and necromancy, I would have these 3, and then I would have for the demons, and then another 3 for the necromancer pets. You're not the only one that hates cave missions. I don't mind the big cave missions that came in with City of Villains. It's these original cave missions, just so tight. You know, people with claustrophobia would not like doing these.
Done?
Nope.
How do I know if the chicken fingers are done? Go!
Oh yeah. Okay. That one.
Fries in here. It's not quite ready. Ready. Okay. A minute. Five more minutes on these vegetables. How long do the vegetables go on for? Or useless? Useless.
Oh. I didn't corner. How dare they?
Oh.
Ugly. That beat, how much that's massive.
Circle of Thorn is just wrong for these defeat all missions with their ghosts.
Yeah.
Oh,
I found him hiding in a little cave section right next to the bookshelf. So we got that one done. Let's grab the next mission. Oh, there's the train. Go. Actually, I think now is a perfect time. I need to. My back doesn't get sore.
Okay.
I will be back in about 5 minutes.
Here. All right, let's do it.
I am back, and I apologize for the wait. I actually went outside to stretch, get some vitamin D, some sunlight, fresh air, and there was a guy with a nice bike, and decided I'll talk to him while I'm doing my stretches and stuff like that. Why not? Oh, just letting people know that I was back and why it took me a little bit longer than expected. Are you in the mission?
Yep, I'm in the mission doing push-ups.
Push-ups. Getting your own form of exercise for your character, huh?
Yep.
Oh, there's some code that could go into the game for Thunder Spy since they put the dad bod in. If you don't play a character for a certain amount of time, it gives you the dad bod piece. Man, your followers are lazy. They're not joining you in on the push-ups.
Yeah, well. I have to show them that I can still keep up with it since I'm sending them in to do all the combat work.
Showing them that you're not lazy.
Yep.
I always like going around the edges of these open areas. Map things out. Find anything along the way, and I work my way inwards. Oh, free show. Extra XP. He got bombarded hard. Oh, there's 40. I have to hit a trainer now. Someone's closer to me. Take out this group right around the corner here. Problem there. Being my normal route. Pulled that one, nice. Get that other shocker. Problems? Long rest. Not anymore. Nothing down there. That worked out. A good extra XP there. Darn. I was hoping I could just pull that one, but...
Oh.
That guy should have ran away. That didn't work out for them. You flanked him. Nice move. Thinking of armor. You ever catch yourself doing that commentary while you're playing a game? You're just by yourself making comments to yourself?
Often.
They had no chance. Someone's rezzing. Was rezzing. Nice. And they're stunned. I love it when they're stunned and in the fire.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the main reason I like robots, is just the variety of effects they have. They can do fire damage, they can do energy damage, they can do melee smash damage, they can do explosive damage. Where did the big guy go? Don't fly off. There he is. Let's check this parking lot. Let's take it floor by floor. The only thing my robots can't do is stealth. It's just because of all the clanking as they walk.
meet me at the stairs. Food.
Oh, the boss didn't res. Bummer. Oh. One thing I always think when I see them fly away and they hit the ground is they're gonna feel that when they wake up. I think that's all of them. Jump back down and finish my patrol. Want that shopper. Rest himself. Missile? Fire? Yeah! Oh darn, they weren't stunned. All them. He flew right into that. freak show got hung up in the tree. Ooh, I need to my force field. They're just starting their own new fight. You know what I'm gonna do? Put this on. Put the acid mortar down. There's so many around in this area, it's worth it. Another level. Let's get that boss. Oh, nice. Oh, they knocked him out of the fire. I'll do a couple pop shots myself.
Get shit laundry and take the garbage out.
Right over here. More over here. You shouldn't try to test the cage, my guys. take out the guy and decide to run into the group. Acid mortar again. And well, this. I think that's it for that one. We're gonna head back to the route I was going before I ran into a group of mobs, group of mobs, group of mobs. Hello there. Stun, yep. One stun will walk around right. Let's get the one that's not stun, that's flexible. That group's all taken care of. Sounds pretty big and full of a lot of freak shows to take out. But having Ro here makes it a lot easier because he's out doing his hunting as I'm doing my hunting.
It's a big map, so there's a lot to clear.
Yeah. When I have the time to be able to sit down and play the big maps, I really enjoy the big maps.
Oh, especially with situation where we are with our masterminds. I mean, we don't need to stick together to get through it.
Yeah. Oop, wall. Okay, done all that. What areas have we not explored? Anything on the rooftops? On those. I'm now checking rooftops.
Yeah.
We're missing one. Not gonna be up. Oh. Stone wall. Might be. Nope, stone wall.
Here's some.
Alright, got my. I can get out of the fire escape. No boss zone, unfortunately. I see the boss. He's trying to run away. He did a decent job of running away. Yeah, I think that's it.
Oh, he's gonna res too.
I'm not going to argue with the extra XP. He wants to give us more XP. That's his choice.
And I'm doing all the other.
I just see it as a way of
We're playing
tipping.
on fucking game.
The NPCs are tipping us. That's what it is.
All right.
Oh, a search macro to find bosses. Nice. That's an interesting idea. Let's see.
All right. I gotta get going.
All right, you have a good day. Thanks for coming and hanging out.
No problem.
And I will see you on Friday.
Yep.
Okay, so we got that done.
Sorry. I'm not a citizen. Aren't you? It's grab their country. And eat your food. Up and eat. When you're done, just there. Oh, actually, excuse me. You can just clean all the way. Wait.
Fault line here.
I'll try it.
Go.
See. And there, Sarah.
I mean, I'm grabbing a drink.
No, take two for still. Alright, help me out.
I'm gonna have to remember that. Thank you for sharing the macro. And if you want to share it to the Controlled Chaos community, join the Discord, and in the City Hero section, share the macro. I'm all about sharing of stuff like that. Anything that helps out other players. I think we'll be able to get this next mission done. Oh, do you know what I forgot to do? The store.
Okay. Okay.
That's who I'm looking for. We need to level up first.
It's like that costume. A new capes! New capes!
You still there, Ro?
I'm eating lunches, garbage
Move
out.
him down to the...
That's
There we go. That way the background noise isn't getting to us. And to the next level. Looking for trip mine. Oh! I see something we need to work on. We need to work on badly. This is terrible. Don't do what I'm doing here. This is bad. This is a no-no. I know all of you right now are probably screaming, what the hell is up with your enhancement slots? Oh, man. The one. Which room? That. It. Force field is one more there. Okay, power. So, I get Nova or Detonator? Trying to figure out Nova or Detonator. Be a good choice there. Yeah. I probably do have IOs by now. And probably a buttload of influence too. I think I'll go with Nova. So there. The other one. There's that. I think the first thing we should do mission here is for 31. This store person. Oh. Oh. Yeah, we'll go with it. For those. For those. Really. Burn small fires, I know. We get those. See what we need after that. We'll manage. Start plugging things in. A little bit below level, but better than having to leave zone. There we go. That has accuracies. First thing. Throw on bots. Especially what should have done in the first place. Bots. Oop, that one didn't take. That's okay. Fill up the bots with damage first. They're the ones doing all of the work. Their jobs just a little bit easier would be good. Oh. I have enough for all my primaries. Healed. Oh. Oh. Get rid of all this red. There we go. I feel better now. Oh, repair. Okay. Oh. Just for that one drone. What? Repair doesn't? Oh, it's only endurance modifiers? Oh, I thought this had to heal. That was my bad. So instead, we'll do this. Not gonna go waste. There we go. Extra health. I'm not gonna worry about putting the endurance modifier on those for repair. Repair should literally just be health. What? Oh, actually, just in case. this one. Put it there in case that is counting it as a heal. Shouldn't. It could just spot. Thing. There we go. Seems right. Doesn't sound familiar to me. Oh, bot stuck over here. Yeah, a short circuit in the programming for his movement. His AI pathing wasn't working right. Got that for missions here. No. Or my bots aren't training anything to me. The one thing I'd like to see changed, if any of the Say Hero servers could do it, is when you choose a travel power for just yourself, so like flight, super speed, super jump, whatever, I think the pets should join you in that travel power at the speed you're going. If you get flight, they should fly with you at that speed. You have super speed, they should run with you at that speed. You have super jump, they should jump with you at that height, direction, and everything like that. I think that would be really, really cool. Same, well, teleport, it's not as big of a deal because you got group teleport, but I think because of the pets being half your power, I think teleport itself should teleport all of your pets with you. I mean, what do you guys think? You guys agree with that? You think that's right? That your travel power should also be added onto your pets? Yeah, group flight for pets doesn't work out that well. I've tried it before, and if a pet, the pets don't fly with you at that speed you're flying. They fly a little bit behind you, and if they get too far behind you, they lose that flight because it's only an area of effect around you type thing. And I use the travel powers not as an always on thing. I turn them off when I'm doing a mission. Well, I mean, group teleport, I don't see a huge problem with that because what you can do is you can select a member in your group and teleport them to you as long as they're in the zone with you. Oh, nice. Congratulations. Yeah, check out the other servers too, because they do some all of them do interesting stuff. It all depends on what you want to do. You know, that's the reason why I don't have one favorite server. I like them all because they all do something different that I like. You know, Homecoming now has Khaleesi's Wharf fully done, so it has roaming mobs, it has mission givers and missions that you can do in Khaleesi's Wharf, it has badge hunting and things like that. And then on top of that, you know, they've made some changes to some of the power sets, and then you got like Rebirth, which adds over 800 new costume pieces, mostly with just texturing, but there are some new models in there. And they have the Guardian archetype, and then some unique power sets. Then you have Thunder Spy, which has 1.5 times XP. You don't out level contacts, and they got some new power sets in there. And then and then Khaleesi's Wharf on there has roaming mobs. And then you have like Purrgatory, which is double XP, and they have really enhanced the power sets because they have double power sets. So let's say you want to have a fire ice blaster and you want to be able to shoot fire and ice. You can choose the fire ice blaster primary power set, and you get both the fire and the ice powers. And you just have to choose what ones you want. Is really good. And then there's Freedom, which is also double XP, and they have Poison Blast. Yeah, I have my character on Excelsior. Well, I don't know if they have one called Excalibur. I know that there's Excelsior because, well, duh, comic books. Who's the most famous of all comic book people? And then what does he always say? Excelsior. Stan Lee. I don't think there's any other. I don't think there's a more famous person in the comics book industry than Stan Lee was. So, I mean, you got Todd Farley or McFarlane, Spawn and Image Comics. He was one of the founders of Image Comics, known for doing Spider-Man and stuff like that. You got Jim Lee. I'm more of a Marvel person myself, so I know more of the Marvel side. There's some good DC guys, and they do jump around. So, like Jim Lee's worked for DC for a while and then went to Marvel, and they do move around a bit. It's not as much as you see in game development. Game developers will jump from company to company to company, and that's just because of the way the companies work things. When they start up a project, they bring people on for the project. Once the work's done, you're part of the work's done for that project. They let you go if there's no other project to bring you over to that you're able to do work on, and so you end up jumping from company to company to company. I mean, heck, you go to Seattle, Washington, you go to where Microsoft Game Studios is, which is right across the street from Nintendo of America. Their testers and developers, they get let go of a job on one side. They walk across the street and immediately check to see if there's any projects that they can work on the other side. And both companies are fine with that. Yeah, Justice League, I like the 80s, 90s Justice League. They did really well and stuff like that. There's some characters I do follow on the DC side. Red Hood, Grifter, but Grifter was Image Comics, but Image Comics sold it to DC. I'm a big Grifters fan. So I follow those two characters on there, along with like a Harley Quinn I also like. I liked her from the beginning when she was in the Batman animated series. And I've always followed her. I liked the progression that character's made. But those are my mains on the DC side. On the Marvel side, I'm a big fan of Blink, Deadpool. Let's see, who else? Am I just a huge fan of them? With just anything that they're in, I'll watch. Yeah, Wildstorm. Exactly. I actually, when Wildstorm was really big, they had the comics and the cartoon going. They came out with this action figure set for Grifter that I got that was in this big box that had Grifter with both of his guns. You could put the mask on and off of him. And then they had some of the, what were the enemies called? I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen that. But yeah, Grifter, I'm a big fan of, just because, you know, he's an amazing shot. And I like the fact that the way they say that he's partially an amazing shot isn't just because of his skills, but he has some latent psychic abilities that make him a better shot and help him with his shooting. I thought that was a really cool idea. Just like the reason I like Blink, she can teleport, but unlike Nightcrawler, she doesn't need to know where she's teleporting. She just needs to think where she wants to teleport, and she can teleport there. I also like the fact that she has those energy javelins that are connected to her teleport, so she can hit someone with those javelins and it teleports them somewhere. I think that's really, really cool. And then she was also the leader of Excalibur for a while. They're going to. I'm doing the smaller servers first because Homecoming doesn't need any help getting players to jump onto Homecoming. They're the bigger server. They're the biggest server. It's the other servers like Thunder Spy, Rebirth, Purgatory, Freedom, the smaller ones. I want to start getting people over to there. And a lot of people say, well, I don't play over there because there's not many people over there. Well, if you go and play over there, you just add one more person playing on that server, and then another, and then another. And then the next thing you know, they're as populated as Homecoming is. That's the only way these other smaller servers are going to get as big as Homecoming, is if other players jump onto those smaller servers and play on those smaller servers. Exiles, yes, you're right. I'm wrong. It wasn't Excalibur, it was Exiles. You are 100% correct, and I was wrong. I was close. It was an EX thing. So thank you for correcting me on that. Yeah, as long as you're not a content creator or anything like that where you're taking a bunch of screenshots, one other launcher, just put in all the manifests in that one launcher and you're good to go. I have to have I have the Homecoming launcher and I have 3 other launchers because I-24, the builds with that were built off of I-24, I-25, and I-26 all interact differently. And I found that if you have one launcher and you're running the different builds on it, after a while, you're unable to take any more screenshots. But if you get different launchers for the different builds, you know, like one launcher for I-24s, one launcher for I-25s, and one launcher for I-26s, and you only have, you know, you keep them separated that way, it doesn't limit you anymore. And I found this problem with all of the launchers. So it's something in the game source code that's causing the issues. Nothing to do with the launchers with that issue. And so because I'm a content creator, I'm taking screenshots and jumping around servers, I have to have multiple launchers. I actually have 5 launchers because Freedom also built their own launcher. The only time I read Exiles is when it has Blink in it. That's when I read Exiles. And that's just because I'm a big Blink fan. I mean, I freaked out when I saw Blink in X-Men Apocalypse, the movie. I geeked out on that one. I was like, yeah! I want to get a Steam Deck. Excuse me. I want to get a Steam Deck so I can do a tutorial on playing on the Say Heroes on the Steam Deck, and then also a review of what it's like playing Say Heroes on the Steam Deck. Yes. Yeah, I agree with you there. It's a lot easier to just sort of lay back and play on something like a handheld. Well, it's getting close to that time for my stream to end. I want to thank you guys. Oh, got one more message. I'm going to read it and then I'm going to do my closing. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that runs smoothly, and I think that's cool that you got the heels set to the back, the buttons on the back. That's really nice. Nice. That is really cool. Well, anyways, I need to end this stream. I need to go get myself some dinner. I want to thank you guys all for watching and have a great day. Remember, this Wednesday will be another live stream. I will be doing No Man's Sky. I don't know what it's going to be, because if they do an update and it's got really good content in the update, I'm going to do that. If not, I'm going to continue the build of the resort on the floating island planet. Have a great day, everyone.